Hello there, art fans and color lovers. It's Pat Butinsky, and I just wanted to share in my little sketchbook an experiment because I was given some really cool markers from CRAFTDAT, I get it, CRAFTDAT, to try. And what I'm going to do, oh, look at that reflection on my ring light. Boop, 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 boop. I can use that. Anyhow, these are acrylic paint pens, and there's 22 in a pack, 18 basic colors, and they are eye-catching colors to match any project. Extra fine and medium tip that can write, draw, or paint. Mine, I believe, are extra fine. Each marker is filled with 3 or 7 mil of ink to handle numerous projects, and the consistent flow ensures a uniform look from start to finish. So let's see what happens. First, let me lay a foundation. And I'm going to use watercolors in this demo, and let's see how they go. I put the lines on sometimes because I like to take a look at them underneath everything. So I think I'm going to do a variety of blues. And I believe that that was a cerulean blue. That was a wet brush on dry paper. And so is this. Now I'm going to try a little bit more of a dry brush so that you'll get that idea too. Dry brush will give you like a more textural look, which is fun. And then maybe down here, wet the paper a little bit. I think I have that wet. And I'll try a little bit different of a color, but I'll still keep it in the blue family, and I'll try to do a little wet on wet. See that? Wet on wet is fun. So you can get a lot of different things going on with watercolors. I don't know if I've ever demoed with watercolors for you, and I'm not going to talk about the brand just yet because I'm talking about CRAFTDAT. So let's see, and maybe I'll put what is kind of a traditional look and use kind of a burnt sienna with that. And let me see if I can add some interest with the burnt sienna. Thing about burnt sienna and like the blues, they make really lovely grays in watercolor. So it's fun to see that happen. And that's mixing them on the page. If I were to mix them on the little palette that comes with it and go back in, then I would go in with more of a gray, a green gray. See that? Kind of fun. Right now I'm just using one brush. It's a squirrel hair brush. And I'm just intuiting. I'm intuiting. Okay? And then I thought I went and got a little skinny brush. I think I did. Let me see if I get a little skinny brush and I try maybe a little bit of black, although as a watercolorist, I never much used black directly. But being that I'm an abstract painter now, I get to, because I can, because I've broken the rules. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, maybe I'll get like a real kind of turquoise, but I'll try to get it a little heavier on the brush where it's not quite as transparent, so I can bring in some brights, a little bit more brights, but still keeping my palette cool. And, you know, I love to dispel the myth that you have to get it right the first time with watercolor, because when you're a rule breaker in watercolor, you know, you don't have to just leave your whites. You sure as heck can, and I really enjoy doing that. But you can add white, because they do make white watercolor, and John Singer Sargent used it all the time. Turner used it all the time, and it's good enough for John Singer Sargent, and it's good enough for Turner, that's good enough for Pat Butinsky, and hopefully it's good enough for you. Okay, so I have to let that dry a little bit, and then I'll see what I can do with my CRAFTDAT pens. Alrighty, so I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll start pumping up the ink, because with the CRAFTDATs, that might be nice. You have to, you see this? This is a nice size pen. You have to pump them so that they start to come down into the barrel, righty? And well, maybe I'll just go for it and see what happens when I put them over wet stuff. Here it comes. There it is. There's the first thing. So this is my very, 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 very first attempt at using these markers. So they do work over wet, because all this is still wet. They show up really nice because they're opaque as opposed to a more transparent paint, so that's kind of cool. Sometimes I like working close in value when I'm putting marks on, so rather than always put white on top of black, I do like to work that way as well. Oh, so far, I like these. All right, let me try a different color. If you don't mind waiting for me to squirt it up. To get it going. Maybe I'll get the white. Let's see if I can get that going. They seem to load quite quickly, which is pretty impressive. Some markers take a long time, you know, they have a little metal balls in there. I can hear them, which are really good for mixing. And I'm just waiting for it to come down the barrel and into the point. And the points seem to be some kind of coated plastic, which is nice because I don't think I can kill the point, and I'm really good at killing points. So I think it's just starting to come now. Somebody tell a joke? I sure can't. I am the worst joke teller. I always kill the punchline. Come on, white. It's taking its sweet time. I hope it doesn't blob, but I'm going to give you the real skinny on these. So let's find out. There's some white, very opaque, very bright against that, which is impressive. Also, it's hard to find good white markers. Nice, nice. That's fun. And these are on this paint is still pretty wet. Let's see when I color. That works. It's pretty good. Let's see if I can break up this line. It's nice and opaque. Again, this is over watercolor, but I'm sure that it would probably be equally effective, if not more so, over acrylic paint, because it wouldn't have to fight the dampness. But it's doing a good job of holding its own and not bleeding at all. So I'm liking these. I'll probably load this to my YouTube channel because it's going to be a little bit long, but I can do a quick reel to show you, and then you can meet me over on my YouTube channel. And there's all kinds of colors. So let me pour them out. Look at all these colors. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. Look at that. Is that impressive or what? Immediately, you have a collection of markers, and they behaved very well. And I think that was the medium point. That was the, let's see if I can read it. The 7 mil, extra fine, it's called. All right. And they're made in China, but they're sold in the US. So I got them off of Amazon, but they are going to give me a number that we can do a little discount. I can offer you a discount. So I think you can get 10% off. I'm not earning anything on this, but just for demoing it, they did give me the gift. And so I can share some of the love with you guys. Okay? So that's the skinny on the skinny markers. And it shows all the colors on the back. And that ring light. I wonder what happened if I turned that light off. I have, nice. Let me see. It actually works because I have a secondary light, but that's brighter. So this is all the fun of making live videos. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the CRAFTDAT. I think I'm going to try maybe some purple and some pink and some lime green, and they have a silver and oh boy, and they even have kind of a really, it almost looks like a really cool lipstick color, kind of a burnt sienna, which would work. And I think that I'm just going to have a really good time playing with all of these. They have some bright colors too, like the yellow. And I know that it'll cover because I can see that it will. So that's the skinny on the skinny markers. And it says on them that they're perfect for you. And they just might be your next best friend. I think they cost about under 20 bucks for the whole box. And yeah, I think you should try them. You like them. So this is Pat Butinsky signing off, saying bye for now. And remember, it's just paint. Nobody dies. Don't be afraid. And the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Bye.